All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a very special, the next couple of days will be very special, very interesting. It's a very special HA live stream on YouTube. And we have a lot of things to cover. For the record, for my people who, for the people who enjoy my channel, who don't really love the live streams, rest assured that within the first half an hour, you will experience all the madness, all the insanity, all the information, all the facts regarding Peter Strock flying to London, Peter Strock deleting 5 references to gross negligence, Peter Strock saying that he was going to stop Trump after his girlfriend said, he's not going to win, right? And he was like, no, honey, I'll stop him. Peter Strock saying that, well, we can't take the risk of Trump becoming president. We have to engage in an insurance policy that we spoke about in Andrew McCabe's office. Andrew McCabe. Rest assured, they spoke about that behind closed doors today. Peter Strock was grilled. It was a grilled Strock sandwich. And Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz and Ron DeSantis and all of them were preparing the sandwich. Whatever. Dumb analogy. But they grilled him and they asked him a whole bunch of questions to ensure that Comey and McCabe and Kleinsmith and Moyer and all FBI agent 345 also, all of them trip up their words. They did to Strzok what the FBI does to people all the time. They wanted to make Strzok answer questions that would then implicate people like Comey who lie all the time. So this was a really, really, really interesting day. So rest assured, if you were watching this, some people, and I respect the critique, some people are like, oh, well, we like the uploaded format. And the uploaded format is actually easier for me, but this is a great format because I loved the interaction. I love the interaction. I love talking to the viewers and a super chat to my super chat people. Thank you. Go ahead. Let me know if you wanted me to talk about a certain subject or any message, and I'll read it out loud. And thank you so much. Again, contributing to this channel in super chat. It's awesome. You really help run the live stream and get the live stream going and really fuel this live stream and give me the incentive to keep going instead of just uploading, which some people like, but you know, I just enjoy the interaction. So Peter Strzok grilled for hours on Capitol Hill over any involvement in start of Russia probe. He flew to London. Why is that? So this was just, thank you very much for the not kind words. I did have a little haircut, get a little haircut, but Peter Strzok grilled for hours on Capitol Hill over any involvement in start of Russia probe. Disgraced FBI official Peter Strzok testified for hours behind closed doors on Capitol Hill Wednesday following the revelations of numerous anti-Trump text messages he exchanged with bureau colleague and lover during the 2016 presidential election. They were so in love. By the way, Sally Moyer, who is agent, forgot which one, but she's married to Agent 1. Oh, she's Agent 5. She's married to Agent 1, who is unnamed, and Agent 1 worked with Peter Strzok to interview Hillary Clinton and also interview witnesses. So they didn't ask Hillary Clinton how she transferred top secret intelligence and special access program intelligence from Cybernet, JWICs, and SCIFs. Rick Yurzik, thank you so much. HA, thanks for being the great patriot you are. Awesome comment, and I love all the folks here too. Rick, thank you so much. We have a great comment section, and it's great in the day. It's great after dark. Yesterday evening after dark was a wild. It was a wild after dark. I got to tell you, it was wild. So just HA after dark, you never know what happens. But thank you, Rick. Thank you so much, Rick Yurzik. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Strock was questioned for hours. These messages between Strock and former FBI attorney Lisa Page included one revealed in the new Justice Department Inspector General's report in which Strock vowed to stop Donald Trump from becoming president. Interestingly enough, guess who prevented that from being seen to Congress? Oh, none other than Rod Rosenstein. Adriana Gates. Thank you, Adriana Gates. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adriana Gates. Thank you to everybody in the super chat. It just, so thank you again. So there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Who knew what when? House Freedom Caucus Chairman Mark Meadows told reporters, look, as I read this and as I report this and as I explain what's going on, we all know the same thing. We all know the same thing. Maduro Mike, thank you so much. Thank you, Maduro Mike. Thank you. This live stream, the live chat powers this live stream. Thank you so much. So Maduro Mike, thank you very, very, very much. And for your continued support of this channel. Thank you. And thank you, Adriana, also. Maduro Mike, thanks again. We all know the same thing. They're not deceiving anyone. They're not deceiving you. They're not deceiving me. They're not even they're trying to even, at this point, they're trying to deceive and trick themselves. They're trying to trick themselves into believing their nonsense. The problem is even they don't believe it. So their whole thing is like, well, you know, it would never have interfered in our work. Mark Baker, thank you, Mark. Thank you very, very, very much for your generosity and kindness. Thank you, Mark Baker. Thank you so much. Super Chat runs this, fuels this live stream, and I just want to thank you. So thank you, Mark Baker. Thank you very, very much. Just thank you so much, Mark, and Maduro Mike, Mark Baker, thank you. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. So Strock, and the thing is, look, I keep trying to tell everybody when I do these live streams, I tell you all, and it's very, very, very important. The most important thing that you'll hear is not that, oh, we finally learned that Peter Strzok texted his lover, don't worry, honey, we'll stop Trump. And so, and Sally Moyer and Kleinsmith and all of them, when they text each other how much they hate Trump and long live the resistance and F Trump and all of these things and stop Trump and insurance policy, that's not the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the most important thing. When we learned that Hillary Clinton had special access program intelligence on an unencrypted server, that is the most important thing. But even that's not, in the overall scheme of things, what this is all about. What this is all about is the knowledge you have, the knowledge I have. We know that they're lying. We know that they're trying to deceive even themselves. We know that the people, Sessions is probably probably a brilliant guy. He's waiting for all of this to seep out. The conventional mentality is, well, it'll seep out and nothing will happen and people will get a slap on the wrist and nothing will happen. All of this, well, first of all, there's already a criminal referral out for Andrew McCabe. There's already a criminal referral. So imagine when the fireworks start and people start getting indicted, Clinton will eventually get indicted. All of this is to protect Queen Hillary. All of this is to protect the Queen. That's what it's all about. This is not politics as usual. There are people who think that, Hillary Clinton is like Michael Dukakis. Like, oh, she's just she's just John Kerry. She's just, she's just another failed Democratic nominee. And you know what? It's just business as usual. That's what people, when they look at the primary of Bernie Sanders being cheated and then acquiescing to Hillary Clinton and then them blaming Russia and losing and then blaming Russia with no evidence and then exonerating Clinton to ensure that Trump won because all the FBI agents didn't give information to the prosecutors. So the big issue, what's the most important issue. And thank you again, Mark Baker, thank you, and Maduro Mike, thank you. The big issue is this. The knowledge is already out. I did a segment yesterday with a Daily Mail article that quoted, that was actually, that published an Associated Press article that talked about if the FBI, Christopher Wray, found out that there was bias, not just bias, if the whole thing was rigged, if he found out it was rigged, because this is all bureaucratic legalese, well, if there's bias, da, 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 if they found out if it was rigged, that he would indict Clinton. Go check out my I'm happy. I'm happy, not you know, for any other reason than I want Democrats to show. So in New York, it was a big upset, and that was just a huge upset. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. So yes, she won, and I'm very happy for her, and you know, for people in the Bernie Sanders movement who wanted her to win and who pushed for her. Yeah, I mean, I have no like hatred or, you know, I'm not like, I have nothing against. I want them to be successful. You know, I'm happy for. She was a great candidate. She actually was really good. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was very, very good. She's a lot better candidate than a lot of the generally, I think, like Justice Democrats and Our Revolution. Most of them lost. I think it was only 3-1 out of 9, but now it's like 4 out of 10, something like that. But she's very good. She's very, very good. I'm not sure about the numbers. Don't quote me on the numbers, but she was one of the most successful ones. And I mean, Joe Crowley, you know, but that district is very. I mean, it's always going to go Democrat. It's not going to go. And within New York, within that district, a person like who was, you know, bold and you know, awesome. She was. So I'm glad she won. The only problem, though, is that on a national level, the Democratic Party will never change. So that's a whole other story. I don't want to get too deep into that. The Democratic Party, this was a victory, and a well-deserved victory for progressives. But you know what? When you look at Connor Lamb in Pennsylvania, he barely beat out a Republican, and he was a pro-gun, church-going guy. He basically ran as a moderate Republican. That's what I think Democrats are leaning towards, which is the opposite of the progressive wing within the Democratic Party, which unfortunately, Bernie Sanders acquiesced, and I just don't think that. I don't think that was a good idea for a whole bunch of reasons. Bernie Sanders campaigning for Clinton. I think that was the worst thing that he could have ever done for a number of reasons. But I've already explained those reasons, and I won't get into it right now, other than the fact that you've legitimized cheating and that you've given the base of power to you've given the base of power to losers who will lose again and do everything to crush any threat. So in 2020, there's zero chance that Bernie Sanders, zero chance that Tulsi Gabbard or Nina Turner that they'll allow these people to become nominee. So, and that's just the way the Democratic Party is. That's one of the reasons of voting for Trump, in addition to peace between North and South Korea and a whole bunch of other reasons. Peter Strzok, one of them. Mitch Moe, thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Mitch, for your continued support of this channel. Thank you, Mitch. Mitch Moe, thank you. 556, yes. Yes. I'm going to try some ARs next week and go to the rifle range. So so I do own the AK, but I will go ahead and try the ARs, the AR-15 and other AR platforms next week. But 5.56 by 45 millimeter. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mitch. Thank you so much. So let's continue. Strock was questioned for hours before the House committee on Wednesday. Members of the committee sat for a confidential briefing with Strock, firing off questions about the start of the Russia investigation and questions on the Clinton email investigation. Meadows said that new information has come out, but did not. So this is absolutely huge. Jeff Cooley, thank you so much. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jeff Cooley. New information has come out, ladies and gentlemen. New information. So we got almost 800, we got 762 people, but new information has come out. And it's game over. I mean, you have to understand also, this is not just about finding out Strock's mindset. This is about finding out if McCabe lied, if Comey lied, if Sally Moyer lied, if Kevin Klein-Smith lied. Excuse me, if FBI agent 1, 2, 3, 4 lied. It's about a whole bunch of things. And it's also about them not remembering. Thank you again, Mark Baker. It's also them not remembering that they met in Andrew McCabe's office, that they went to London. So why did they fly to London, number one? Why? For vacation? For a lover's vacation? Unless Brennan and Strock were, were lovers. Oh, I must say, Peter Strock, the touch, Peter Strock, I've loved you since day one. I'm John O'Brennan. You think I was with Sally Yates, but really it was Peter Strock and Kevin Klein-Smith, Wolverine Man. So it wasn't like a lover's vacation, or maybe it was, who knows, but they went to London, they went to England. Why? To meet with GCHQ, to meet with Christopher Steele, to speak about the Steele dossier. The whole thing was this ridiculous, contrived, just absurd setup where the notion that Trump would work with Russia to hack the DNC to let us know how horrible Hillary Clinton was. Think about that for a second. Think about how stupid that is. And this is one reason why I'm upset with Bernie, because, that system doesn't care about single payer. That system doesn't care about unions or working people or banning fracking or any of that, any of those progressive goals. That system that says that Trump worked with Russia to hack the DNC to inform the American public that Bernie was cheated, that system doesn't care about anything but power. And it's just, yeah, exactly. Like, they did everything by the book. That's the thing also, like what I'm trying to say. PMC, thank you. Ammo Fund, still waiting for my life-size H.A. Goodman pillow. Well, I'm actually today going to go ahead and get the T-shirts done, because I spoke to YouTube and they provided me the link to go ahead and start the T-shirts. So we'll get some profanity alert T-shirts. We'll get some but her, and then a special access program, all that stuff, top secret emails, shirts, some good stuff. Ammo Fund, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And in the future, kind of giving a little, well, let's just put it this way. I'm going to hopefully gravitate towards firearms that are less expensive in terms of ammo. So I have my 500 Smith & Wesson. The ammo is like close to $2 per round, if you can imagine. And I have my AK-47, California compliant AK-47, and the ammo is better there. It's about $1 per round. Yeah, it's about $1 per round. 7.62 by 39 millimeter. But I'm going to gravitate towards more affordable firearms with more affordable ammo. But so thank you so much, PMC. Thank you. Thank you, PMC. Thank you. So we know that they're lying, and it's a matter of precedent. Sessions is not going to let this. Trump is not going to let this slide. Look, when he said lock her up, and he's still talking about lock her up, he means lock her up. He means lock her up. You know, that's not, you know, that's not, he's pretty clear in what he says. And there's a lot of evidence to do so. Now, even I don't think Clinton will ever see the inside of a jail cell, but she'll get indicted and her power will slip. The base of power will slip completely. And even then, Democrats will have a hard time wresting power away from Bill and Hillary, but eventually it'll take place. Meadows said that new information has come out, but did not share specifics. While it was unclear what specifically was learned in the confidential hearing, a congressional source told Fox News that most GOP members have focused on the Russia investigation, how Strock relates to the beginning of that probe. So they're knocking out the Muller probe. This is Strock also not only is going to lead to Clinton indictments, because everything they do, the opposite will take place. When you're that corrupt, you talk about stopping Trump. You talk about an insurance policy. You delete 5 references to gross negligence. Strock deleted 5 references to gross negligence, which would have directly indicted her, and even extreme carelessness could have. She's a walking criminal, ladies and gentlemen. Clinton is a walking criminal, and they all know that too. You think that you and I are the only people in the country who believe that? There are millions of citizens who know that she's a walking criminal, but the people in Congress know. Democrats know. Here's a little secret. Democrats know Hillary Clinton's a walking criminal, but they don't care. They view it as power. They view it as a source of pride. They're like, ha ha ha, we're really cutthroat and evil. That means we're powerful. No. No, that's not what power is. I was looking at the Ruger Mini 14 also. Absolutely, Kevin. And thank you so much for your advice on HA Second Amendment, Kevin Dillon. Thank you. And so I do have a Second Amendment channel, HA Second Amendment. These live streams have taken me away from being at the range as often as I want, but next week I'm going to start going a lot more and trying to work around the live streams and my writing and all that stuff. So new information has been found. Meadows said that new information has come out, but did not share specifics, and they focused a great deal on the Russia probe, which is funny because at the end of the day, one way for Trump to just fire Mueller is to prove conflicts of interest. One way for Clinton to be indicted is to prove that they never had a real investigation to begin with, which is true. They never had a real investigation to begin with. All of this was nonsense. All of this was absolute nonsense. So HA Militia, no. When I go to the range, I see just wonderful people. Everybody's happy at the rifle range and at the indoor range. Like if you want, there's 974 people watching. Yes. If you want to see happy people, like, let's put it this way. Everyone going to the range is happy, indoor or outdoor range, especially the outdoor range. So it's no militia or like, it's just a happy catharsis. It's a catharsis to go ahead and fire rounds, especially in a powerful weapon. It just makes you feel good, safely and responsibly. It's this Bill of Rights, Second Amendment. I'm not advocating it for everybody. I'm just saying. It just, for me, it might not be for you, but for me, it's very enjoyable. Cookie Girl, thank you, Cookie Girl. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cookie Girl. Thank you. So, thank you again, Cookie Girl. Thank you. Sources on the Hill told Fox that the force of a subpoena was not necessary, and that committee plans to bring Strock back in the near future for a public testimony, something the president said was necessary. So he will go ahead. The force of a subpoena was not necessary. Yeah, I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. So he's going to come back. So we found out there's new information. We found out he's going to come back. And this is a criminal conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. So what can you do? I mean, what more needs to be done? And also, like, the interesting thing, if at the end of the day, well, I can't even imagine this, but let's say Trump, let's say he says, I didn't really mean lock her up. And, Sessions says, all the information we said about how they hated Trump and everything, well, we're just going to let slide. They'll lose millions of voters. Hundreds of thousands at least will not vote for Trump anymore because of that. Maybe not millions, but hundreds of thousands. They're not going to just let this slide, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a existential risk to the GOP. The Clintons, the money-making machine that the Democratic Party is, the Owens, the private server, Platte River, Dado, even CrowdStrike, and the Steele dossier, all of it is not about value system. They're not talking about the Voting Rights Amendment Act of 2015 from John Conyers. They're not talking about this massive immigration reform bill that someone's pushing. They're talking about protecting Hillary Clinton because the Clinton Foundation and both Clintons are money-making machines. They're money-making machines. They are ATMs. They are banks. They are money-making, money laundering machines. They make Tammany Hall look like a lemonade stand. The Clintons make Tammany Hall look like a lemonade stand. And they are not going to just, you lose $1.2 billion, you better have an insurance policy, which is what Strock talked about. Clinton lost $1.2 billion. Say that again. I keep on saying, like, if you lost $1,000, I would be really upset. So would you. If you lost $1,000, it would hurt. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It would hurt. It would hurt. It would be like, wait, $1,000? What if you, 1,005 people watching, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much. Let's get this party going. What if you lost $1,000? Let's say you're at Vegas. Okay, I know I'm belaboring this point, but you're in Vegas. You're losing $300. You should leave the table. $300 lost is better than $3,000 lost. In my book. Okay. But let's say you go and you lose $1,000 at the table. Fine, leave. You don't want to lose $2,000. But that's not a good feeling. That would be horrible. What if you lost $1.2 billion? $1.2 billion. $1.2 billion. R. Gifford, thank you. Thank you, R. Gifford. Thank you. Thank you, R. Gifford. Thank you so much. Thank you. What if you lost $1.2 billion? You would need an insurance policy. You would need Strock. You would need Brennan. You would need Clapper. You would need Comey. You would need McCabe. You would need the NSA. And notice the NSA is the one branch entirely devoted to technology and to the internet and to cybersecurity, and they're moderately confident. That's because they already know that they've made a deal with the devil. And they want to keep some credibility for posterity. The whole thing is because one would think it would be the NSA that knows everything, and they do. Cheryl Mills, I put in my book about her top secret emails. My books are below, about her top secret emails, about her deleted emails, the Alwan brothers and W. Wasserman Schultz. and debunking the Trump-Russia myth. They're below. And I put in the book, Butter Top Secret Emails. Cheryl Mills met with the NSA. She met with like 7 NSA representatives. You think they're stupid? They're not stupid, okay? They're not stupid. The NSA is not stupid. The NSA is not stupid. They know what's going on. Okay. Everybody from Maxine Waters to Debbie Wasserman Schultz to Hillary Clinton to Chelsea Clinton to Bill Clinton to Chuck Schumer to Nancy Pelosi, all of these people, they know Clinton's a criminal. Thank you, Greg Chapman. Thank you so much. Thank you, Greg. Very kind of you. Thank you. The super chat is unbelievable. It powers these live streams. It gets me going. In addition to the fantastic communication interaction with everybody, I just really appreciate the kind words and the support. The live stream is just what powers all of this. Thank you. So thank you, Greg Chapman. You allow me to go ahead and have these long live streams. I'm going to try to get a good one going. So Greg Chapman, thank you. Marin Garcia, but my emails, but heard emails. Marin Garcia, thank you. Thank you, Marin Garcia. Thank you, Greg Chapman. So butthurt top secret emails sounds like butthurt emails, which is funny. So Marin Garcia, thank you, Greg Chapman. Thank you. Cooper Sees Truth. Thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. So Greg Chapman, Cooper Sees Truth. HA, just watched your live stream from last night and saw Blonde in the Belly of the Beast super chat you. She'd be a good guest on your channel. Sure. Yeah, it was really wonderful that she did super chat me. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'd be a wonderful guest. Cooper Sees Truth. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure she would be a great guest on this channel. So they're not, so thank you. No, I gotta thank people. I gotta thank people because on the on my on when I one of the messages when I upload the segment when we're done with the live stream, one guy was like, enough with the thanks. One thanks is enough. One thanks. One thanks. One thanks. One thanks. That's it. That's it. Just do one. But I have to, you go ahead, you power this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and thank you. Lynn Meyer, really enjoy your show. Louisville, Kentucky, best outdoor range for happy shooting. Knob Creek range, 58 years old. Oh my God. One day I want to go to Kentucky or visit Kentucky or Missouri or Texas or actually I've been to Missouri before. Kansas City. It was a great time. Yeah, that would be, they call it in the Second Amendment community, the free states. So one of my friends at the range says California, which is really funny. Anyway, yes, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. And thank you, Greg Chapman. It's really funny too, because the live stream, so I have my live stream crew and I have, so my live stream and then people in my live stream also watch my traditional uploads, which I haven't done in a while. I've just focused on the live streams because of the super chat and because of the communication with everybody. And it's like this live thing going on. The hilarious thing is that when I first started having fun with the uploads and I started doing like some impressions, like, how are you tonight, Mr. President? Oh, what do you mean, Spider-Man underoos? Poo-poo out. Like that kind of thing. They're like, what are you doing? You're not even funny. You're stupid. Da, da, da. Now stop with the thank you. So there's different things that I'm doing with this channel. And the shirts are coming out. I can't believe that YouTube started with shirts. So it's pretty awesome. But we have 1,010 people. And so Strock, who was assigned to special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation of Russian election meddling, was removed from that team. So Strock never even, by the way, Mueller never even asked about Strock's texts. He never inquired about Strock, never inquired about the bias. And not only Strock, but we have other people who had anti-Trump text messages also work for the Mueller probe. 13 Democrats in the Mueller probe. People have given tens of thousands. There was one Democrat actually who actually defended the Clinton Foundation. Can I ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen? How do you have a probe into Russian election interference with a Democrat who actually defended the Clinton Foundation? You have lifelong Democrats, 13 angry Democrats in the Russia probe. If the tables were turned and, oh my God, God forbid, Hillary was indicted and she lost the election, and you had anti-Hillary text messages, could you imagine the indignation? They are masters of indignation over nothing. Sexism, Jill Stein. Now they're blaming Jill Stein. Could you imagine? You know, I love Jill Stein as a human being. I love Bernie Sanders as a human being. I would vote for Trump for a number of reasons. I'm voting for Trump in 2020. If I could go back, I would vote for Trump, but not because I don't love Jill Stein as a human being. But they're blaming Jill Stein, if you can imagine. They're blaming everybody, Russia, everything, Jill Stein, you know. Oh, so one person. Congratulations to Jill Stein and Susan Sarandon. Like, what do you think? It's so ridiculous. So, Josh Marshall, congratulations to Jill Stein, and so ridiculous. So, Justice Kennedy. So I'm just going to put congratulations to Hillary Clinton, and then just what should I even put? Let's see. What is one of the many reasons that she lost? What's one of the many reasons she lost? Okay, so let's just do Clinton, SAP, Intel. Hillary Clinton held info beyond top secret, special access program intelligence. There you go. So she cheated Bernie Sanders. And in addition to that, that'll just get him just really upset. All of them. Held info beyond top secret. Excuse me. So these people are blaming Susan Sarandon and Hillary and Jill Stein. They knew if they pushed a losing candidate, they'd lose the Supreme Court also. So they're still pushing their version of pragmatism. They're still pushing their version of, oh yeah, you know, we know what's right. We know what's so, and the Achilles heel, by the way, of all these people is the special access program. Michael, caller, thank you. HA wanted to say thank you. Everything you do for this channel, well done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael, caller. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Very kind of you, and thank you so much. Yeah, this is a really great. Thank you, Michael, so much for your generosity. Thank you. The live stream's fantastic. The super chat's fantastic, but we have 1,067 people. Ladies and gentlemen, not trying to pat myself on the back because this is a testament to you. This is not a testament to me. But there are channels with 300,000-400,000 subs that don't get that get like 1,000 to 2,000 on their live stream. I only have 116,000 subs. I only have I only have what, 116,000 subs, and we have consistently 800 to 1,000 people. There are sometimes in the evening we have over 1,000 people for HA After Dark, and so that's a testament to you, not to me. I just want to say thank you to Michael and all of you, everyone watching. Victoria, thank you. So everyone watching, everyone. Well, sometimes I put up the OSU poster, sometimes I put up the picture. By the way, the picture of the Capitol behind me, you will never guess. It's for Bill Clinton's second inaugural. That's a little trivia, little H.A. Goodman trivia. I was at the second inaugural. That's me, along with the crowd, listening to President Bill Clinton, if you could imagine. I was a hardcore Democrat back in the day in college. The Pragmatist, thanks for all you do. Making America Great Again, MAGA. Thank you. Hashtag MAGA. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, The Pragmatist. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, The Pragmatist. Thank you, Victor B. Hillary gave top secret classified info on the thumb drive, her attorney who had zero clearance. Remember that? Thank you, H.A. Yes, Victor B. And that's the thing also. I'm out of the left now. I've removed myself from the left, and it feels so good. I go to the rifle range. I see everybody of all ethnicities there. In LA, Latinos, Black people, Asian people, white people, every person enjoys themselves at the rifle range, and everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. But why did I bring it up? Because I've left the civil war in the Democratic Party and left, and they don't realize it's all because Clinton transferred top secret and special access program intelligence via thumb drives, via Paul Sperry says they took cell phone pics. What kind of deranged takes cell phone pics? Okay, that deranged who works for Hillary Clinton. They take cell phone pics and skiffs. They just remove the dang things from the skiffs. So thank you, Victor B. The Pragmatist, thank you again. Michael Collar, thank you. Thank you very much. We got 1,085 people right here. So they're going ahead and they're saying that it's Jill Stein's fault. Then if you're on the left, you have to defend, people should be defending Jill Stein. They should be defending Susan Sarandon. There's one publication who I'm telling you they're obsessed with me. I'm telling you they're obsessed with me. They've written 5 hit pieces on me, and they also wrote hit pieces on Susan Sarandon and Nina Turner and other people. But they really focus also on women, females in the progressive movement, and it's just really sad. But they're like obsessed with me also. I don't know why. The Pragmatist. By the way, it's endearing when you thank people for supporting your channel. Don't listen to the haters. Thank you, The Pragmatist. Thank you. Thank you. It's funny because sometimes when you change up the channel format or what you're doing, people who are used to it are like, what are you doing? So then I throw in the impressions, then I throw in other things like, first your gun habit, your stupid gun habit. Okay, I'll watch, but your impressions, stop with the impressions. Now it's too long. Now you thank people. So it's kind of funny, like reading their reviews is kind of fun. Then you just get trolls like in the middle of the night, like HA. Why are you even watching this guy? He's a liar. He's a liar. The best is like when they call you a liar. Like, what are you lying? I'm not Strock. I'm not Peter. I'm not Andrew McCabe. The Office of Professional Responsibility didn't go after me. They went after Andrew McCabe for lying under oath, for James Comey for lying under oath. By the way, James Comey is the gift that keeps on giving. The gift that keeps on giving. James Comey is the gift that keeps on giving, baby. He never ends. So there's right now, that he went to Iowa. He's like, the growth here is really great. Like everyone's like, the rest of humanity, like, you're crazy. He's now ready to testify against McCabe. So when all of this is done, see, it's not done yet. We still got to get to Kleinsmith, Moyer's husband, Agent 1. Meadows wants to go after him. I think it was Jordan or Meadows, one of those people want to go after Agent 1. Then there's other agents, the anonymous agents. So there's 3 anonymous agents now. There were 5 anonymous agents who basically said they hated Trump and wanted to work for the Democratic Party. So there were 5 anonymous agents. Now there's only 3. So of the agents that we know were anti-Trump and doing some crazy things, of those agents, Justin Archer, thank you. What are your thoughts on, thank you so much. What are your thoughts on the social media bubble that they've built around themselves? So many liberals I know have blocked me, and every conservative they know. You should thank them. Thank God that they blocked you. Many people have blocked me. Thank God they blocked me. The ones who haven't say scary things. Justin Archer, thank you. Justin, it's a cult. It's a cult. And like people come at me, they're like, you're a fraud. Like, yeah, I wrote 100 articles over, I lost track, in the Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Cleveland Plain Dealer, even I think the Jerusalem Post also, yeah, it was published for Bernie Sanders. But 100 articles in the Huffington Post that went viral. That most of them went viral. I'm talking like my first Bernie Sanders articles would hit like 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 Facebook likes. Not to like pat myself on the back, or to, if anyone, like, let's put it this way. I had more influence. I'm not trying to pat myself. I had more influence in countering the DNC narrative than any Russian internet troll with my Huffington Post articles that were written 100% without any interference from anybody. This was early 2015 in August, or no, in July, August, September, October of 2015. Those articles went viral, and the Washington Post, the Huffington Post said I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet. They did a whole article on me. I was on radio shows. I was on MSNBC, and so like, but a lot of those people don't like me anymore. I don't have anything against them, by the way, but they just, you know, but so in the social media bubble, it just hurts them. It's actually going to hurt their cause, because if they double down on the madness, it hurts them. So Justin, just thank God they blocked you. Thank God they blocked me. Jerry Sinky, thank you. I love your wild late night gig. You rock. Sessions impression must remain. Well, thank you so much. Use for Emma. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Like I said, Jerry, you know, I'm going to gravitate towards firearms with more affordable ammo. 5.56. 45 ACP is quite affordable. People have said 9mm. I enjoy 9mm, but I like 45 ACP a lot. And it's very, very affordable. I was this close to getting a 10mm Glock, the Glock 20. This close. But then I looked at the ammo, and it's pricier than the 45 ACP. So, but Jerry Sinky, thank you so much. The late night, well, that's going to continue. We're going to get some sessions later on going, but thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you very, very, very much. Marin Garcia, thank you. I want to fund conservative platforms. YouTube censors sometimes. Do you get a decent cut? You know, Marin Garcia, the super chat is fantastic. It is wonderful. You know, I don't really, I wouldn't consider myself a pure conservative. I'm more of just an American citizen that wants, you know, Comey and McCabe and Brennan and Strock and all these people to be exposed the way Trump is doing. I want peace between North and South Korea. I want the Democratic Party to peacefully and politically be obliterated. To peacefully be obliterated. Because they're, I would say, borderline evil to evil. But Marin Garcia, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the super chat is fantastic. Thank you so much. You can help with the super chat, or I do have a Patreon link below for people who just want to, you know, use the Patreon. That's below. Paul Espinoza, did you find that Chaffetz's video on Ingram? Let me go ahead and do that right now. So Marin Garcia, thank you. Thank you again, Marin. That's very, very kind of you. And Jerry Sinky, thank you. The late night gigs going to continue. And Justin, yeah, the social media, just thank God they blocked you, me, everybody. Just forget about it. So, okay, so Laura Ingram. Oh, no, I forgot the guy's name. But I will go ahead and Goodstein. Okay, Goodstein. So let's go ahead and see. Laura Ingram versus Goodstein. Laura Ingram versus Goodstein. Can't find it. Dang it. I think his name is Goodstein. Democrat. Gosh, you know, I cannot find it. I apologize. I'll find it. I forgot the name though. His last name. But Jerry Sinke, thank you. Marin Garcia, thank you again. We have 1,036 people. It's 50 minutes in. Let's go ahead. You want to know who is? So I will definitely get to the Laura Ingraham thing, but she's really good. Laura Ingram's quite good. And also the thing is, it's easier to gravitate towards conservative pundits or writers because conservatives are no longer saying God doesn't want gay marriage or God doesn't want marijuana or God says we have to go into Iraq or whatever. It's a completely new conservative, and the extreme arguments are made by the left now. The extreme arguments are made by the left. The euphemisms are only used by the left. The focus on minutia from an intellectual vantage point. Well, you know, this and that, and this person said this, so they're worse than, and then they're always using Nazis. But like I say all the time, on Twitter, I wrote this. And where is this? Where is this here? I wrote this on Twitter, and some people don't really understand it, but it's true. And it's just the irony of all of this. The same people who, same people call it. So here, I'm just going to always retweet this every day. Same people calling you Nazis hate Israel. Think about that. Same people yelling Nazi sympathizer. Don't think a Jewish state should exist. Same people yelling Nazi never cared when Obama gave children to human traffickers. NewYorkMagazine.com. And I posted the link below in that link. Or deported 2.5 million, left full of idiots. So, and then I just go ahead, and here is, I have 1,409 retweets and 1,661 likes for this report. Obama administration handed child migrants over to human traffickers. Where was Robert De Niro? Where was Robert De Niro? Where was Peter Fonda? Where was Kathy Griffin? Where was Bill Maher? Where were all these people? They'll probably find some way to say, well, it's not that big of a deal. Then they tweet out a picture, and it was actually a picture of children in cages under Obama's administration. Under Obama's administration. So let's go. Paul Sperry is a wealth of knowledge regarding this. When Clinton indictments go down, I mean, the first person who will be the most integral is Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch. Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch. But then there are people like Paul Sperry who are awesome. Breaking. Senior Feinstein staffer who helped protect Loretta Lynch from Senate Judiciary oversight and the Clinton whitewash, Paige Herwig, is now working with Clinton operatives to try to bork the Supreme Court picks of Trump. So, I mean, you cheat Bernie Sanders. You cheat Bernie Sanders, and that's what you get. You lose the Supreme Court. Don't cry. Don't blame anyone else. Chris Phillips, thank you. Thank you, Chris Phillips. Thank you, Chris Phillips. Thank you, Chris. And also, now me being a member of the NRA and the Gun Owners of America, I don't want Democrats to take away my rights as an American citizen, the Second Amendment rights. And Democrats will do everything possible. And I'm telling you this because I was on the left. I'm telling you, there are a great many people who want to ban all guns. Do not listen when they say they don't want to ban all guns. If you are the law-abiding citizens, they have that gentleman on the NRA right now. He had that amazing speech. I forgot his name, but he's just amazing guy, African-American gentleman. He has this amazing speech in a county, a town hall speech, and I forgot where it was in the country. But so Chris Phillips, thank you. But he was like, look, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I haven't killed anyone, and I don't want my rights taken from me. So, okay, so Paul Espinosa, thank you so much. You didn't have to, but thank you so much. Laura Ingraham with Goodstein. Watch the last 3 minutes. It will make you laugh. So I'm going to go ahead and, okay, so let's try that again. Laura Ingraham Goodstein. So So, I mean, that's yet another thing where you see that Democrats are just, it's like there's such groupthink. There's such groupthink. Um, gosh. Gosh. Paul Espinosa, I will definitely check that out. I will definitely check that out. So, but I just can't find it. If you have the link, if you can just go ahead and just give the just if I'm at H.A. Goodman Author, at H.A. Goodman Author on Twitter. Just send me the link. I want to see it. So Paul Espinosa, thank you. I'm sure I'll laugh. Goodstein is good for a good laugh. He's very interesting. He's a hardcore Democrat. There's this hardcore Democratic defender or pundit, and he is all over. And he is just, I think he's been on RT before also. But Paul Espinosa, thank you so much. I'm definitely going to check it out. I will I wanted to check it out here and with everybody, but I will, once I get that link, I'm going to check it out, and I can't wait to. So thank you, Paul. Thank you, Chris Phillips. Again, thank you, Chris Phillips. And Marin Garcia, thank you so much. It's very generous of you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you can contribute here, live chat. I have a Patreon for people who want the Patreon. That's below in the description. But let's go ahead. Paul Sperry. So, okay. One thing also that I can't wrap my brain around, and I usually try to give everybody, you know, what's going on and the up-to-date. But Paul Sperry wrote about the unverified leak that feds won't make public. So there's information within the U.S. government about Loretta Lynch and Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And I just don't understand why Lynch and Clinton officials, as well as the DNC chairman at the time, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, have denied the allegations and characterized them as Russian disinformation. One thing also, Gina Haspel of the CIA. The CIA will be, once it's wrestled away, it's already been wrestled away from the Clintons and from the Democratic Party. But the longer Gina Haspel is at the CIA, the harder it will be. So thank you again, Chris Phillips. The harder it will be to continue the lie. So that's really interesting. Like, you have a situation here where they have relied on the intelligence community to make their claims. Oh, Russian disinformation. But you won't have the intelligence community any longer. They'll be wrestled away from you. Then all you'll have is trying to assault people while they're eating a hot fudge sundae or, like, you know, a hamburger or, you know, a piece of salmon at a restaurant. That's all that Democrats will have. That's literally what they'll be reduced to. R. Giffer, thank you so much. Thank you, R. Giffer. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, but R. Giffer, thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. H.A. Trader. No, I'm not a traitor. I'm not a traitor. You know who's a traitor? Debbie Wasserman Schultz. All of them. The DNC. So that. So let's go ahead, and Jim Jordan also has some lively tweets. So let's just really quickly, before we get to Jim Jordan, what's the president of the United States tweeting? So Portuguese president came to the U.S., heading to North Dakota to stand firmly and endorse Kevin Cramer for Senate. Statement on Justice Anthony Kennedy. Harley Davidson should stay 100% in America with the people that got your success. I've done so much for you. And then this. Other companies are coming back where they belong. We don't forget, and neither will your customers. Or you're now very happy competitors. Oh, that is true, though. I mean, in terms of, this is all caps. House Republicans should pass a strong but fair immigration bill known as Goodlatte 2 in their afternoon vote today, even though the Dems won't let it pass in the Senate. Passage will show that we want strong borders and security while the Dems want open borders and crime equals win. Democrats should simply work right now to ensure that Dreamers are given citizenship and give Trump his wall, get citizenship for Dreamers, and that's it. Whether you have a wall or fence, it's still technically illegal to cross the border, so it really doesn't matter. They don't want a wall not because of principle. They don't want a wall because they don't want to give him another victory. But citizenship for Dreamers, that is the most important thing. Democrats should put their ego aside and simply do what's right. Congratulations to Maxine Waters, whose crazy rants have made her, together with Nancy Pelosi, the unhinged face of the Democratic Party. Together they will make America weak again. But have no fear. America is now stronger than ever before, and I'm not going anywhere. Well, there you go. Can you believe there are people who are like, yeah, he's not going to run again. Trump's not going to run again. Look, why would he not run? He's going to easily win. He's going to definitely run. He'll easily win again. So... nice. So wow, a big Trump hater, Congressman Joe Crowley, who many expected was going to take Nancy Pelosi's seat, just lost his primary election. In other words, he's out. That is a big one that nobody saw coming. Perhaps he should have been nicer and more respectful to his president. That's so funny. That's so hilarious because it had nothing to do with Trump. It was all right. So I want to get to the text that he has about Strock and others. The hearing of Peter Strzok and other hating frauds at the FBI and DOJ, wow, should be shown to the public on live television, not a closed-door hearing that nobody will see. We should expose these people for what they are. There should be total transparency. Wow. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words. This is definitely our time. And when I say our time, I mean, you could be a Bernie supporter, former Jill voter, Trump voter. But I mean, if you want to make sure the Democrats don't plunge this country into another Cold War or call everyone they don't like Nazi, it's just so ridiculous. Calling Jewish people Nazis, it's just so ridiculous. It's absurd. And they wonder why they're not going to win again. The Crowley upset is a good thing, but it's not indicative of the country, primarily because Bernie Sanders helped destroy his own movement by acquiescing to Hillary Clinton. Nope, I can go on forever, but let's go ahead really quickly. So all right, so Jim Jordan has Jim Jordan, we are sick and tired of the DOJ giving Congress the runaround. As a separate branch of government, we have the right to get information. Representative Mark Meadows and I want the full weight of the House behind our resolution. It's time to act. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is on now. So 4 hours ago, House panel pushes resolution for DOJ to hand over Russia probe documents. This is Politico. I will give you the Politico link every single day. Some amazing things take place every single day. Tolerus, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Politico. Thank you, Victor. So I just sent this Politico article right now. You have it. Get it again. So we have 1,063 people watching, and like I said, I'm very lucky, very fortunate, because there are channels 2 to 3 times my like how big my channel is, and they barely get what I'm getting. So I'm very thankful. House to escalate Mueller document demand with Thursday vote. The resolution the resolution is unenforceable, but would for the first time put Republican-led House on record demanding sensitive documents. So then they get to an enforceable statement or resolution. So it works slowly, but that's what Sessions needs. Sessions has always needed 2 things. So when you say like, oh, Sessions is not doing anything, Sessions is not doing anything, Jeff Sessions has always needed 2 things. 1, evidence, more evidence of corruption, more evidence of Strock and Page and Kleinsmith and Moyer and Agent 1 and the 3 other agents and Comey and McCabe and all of them and all of their bias, their hatred, evidence of their text messages. Because the IG report did not say that there was no bias. They said that the prosecutors, he didn't think the prosecutors acted with bias. But that is entirely different than the investigation was not influenced by bias. Now you're getting into a ridiculous semantic game, which is what Democrats hide behind. But at the end of the day, deception is deception. You can't simply always hide behind semantics. Deception is deception. Of course, you couldn't find what was going on in the brains of prosecutors who perhaps didn't text their lovers that they hated Trump. But if they were not given all the evidence, if they were not given exactly how Hillary Clinton transferred top secret and special access program intelligence from SIPRNet, JWICs, and SCIFs, then you're not going to get an indictment. You're going to get a cover-up. That is why the FBI Christopher Wray alluded to eventually indicting Clinton. You hide behind the meanings of words. The 302, Victoria, thank you. The 302s were altered. Thank you, Converter Rockstone. Thank you. You get the 302s were altered. And you have so much just insanity, but I'll read you. The House is preparing to vote Thursday on a measure chastising the Justice Department for withholding what Republicans say are critical documents connected to Special Counsel Robert Mueller's ongoing investigation. So what's very likely is that they're going to knock out the Mueller probe, which will give leeway or momentum to indict Clinton again, or they indict Clinton, then knock out the Mueller probe. Whatever happens first, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. So the resolution is unenforceable, but for the first time, put the Republican-led House on record demanding sensitive DOJ documents, escalating a confrontation that has so far been confined to a handful of powerful House committees. The resolution repeatedly accuses the DOJ of non-compliance with House subpoenas. And you know I do my whole shtick with Sessions, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Unless you want to give me like a skit or some kind of like, you know, some kind of scenario where Sessions is talking to somebody. But so all of these subpoenas, the 302 are the notes. So the FBI doesn't record their interviews. They write notes regarding what the witnesses say. The whole cover-up also involved tampering of evidence. So, for example, General Michael Flynn did not lie. Maybe those 302s were altered. There have been reports that 302s have been altered. Then you have the issue also of the issue also of James Comey fearing, and this is just huge, fearing that the New York field office Marin Garcia, thank you. How did the Strock testimony go? Well, it was behind closed doors, but I can tell you they asked. So I tried to mention this in the very beginning of this segment. So they asked, why did you say stop Trump? Why did you talk about an insurance policy with Andrew McCabe in his office? And why did you say we can't take the risk of Trump becoming president? You said there's nothing there in the Russia probe, yet you went to London. So why did Strock go to London? They're asking him all these questions. Gracious Sessions walks in on the FBI lovers. Okay, so. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. I'm just walking around the FBI. Gonna go into this office right now. What do I see? My eyes are burning. Burning love right in front of me. A hunk of burning love and FBI 1 and Sally Moyer. I know you're married. I know this is ordained by God since you're married. But my goodness, do you have to hook up in the lunchroom? I put my tuna sandwich. No, not that. In the fridge. Yes, can't believe this is happening in the lunchroom. Getting freaky. Freaks of the industry. My goodness. Well, put your clothes back on. About to get indicted. About to indict everybody. By the way, notice how Strocky Poo couldn't come in? I was outside and I said, can't come in, can you? Why don't you try again? Why don't you do it? Try again. Can't come in. Your key card don't work. It don't work because I took your security clearance away. Anyway, why am I telling you both? Hooking up in the lunchroom. Disgusting. Go ahead and clean that coffee maker. I don't even know what you were using that for. Thank you. Okay, poo-poo, bye. So, guys, thank you. That's what best. Kevin Yeagle, thank you. Kevin, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. And Kevin Yeagle, thank you. Thank you, Kevin Yeagle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. This super chat is awesome. This live stream is awesome. Let's keep going. So thank you again, Kevin. Thank you. So they passed the resolution, and Rod Rosenstein is going to testify tomorrow. Christopher Wray is going to testify tomorrow. I will have a live stream later in the afternoon tomorrow, and then in the evening, I'll try to do one very, very early in the morning. I'll try to hit the rifle range actually tomorrow if I can. Otherwise, it'll be next week. Probably won't be able to tomorrow. I'm not sure, though. For HA's Second Amendment. Heading to Strzok deposition, we have a lot of questions that need answers. This is why Jim Jordan liked the format. So,
behind closed doors Friday, but President Trump has a different idea. In a tweet, he suggests, quote, the hearing of Peter Strzok and the other hating frauds at the FBI and DOJ should be shown to the public on live TV, not a closed-door hearing that nobody will see. We should expose these people for what they are. They should be full transparency. GOP Congressman Jim Jordan sits on the House Judiciary Committee and will be hearing Strzok's testimony. He joins us now to weigh in. Hey, Congressman, why don't we all see this? Why can't we see that on TV? We saw James Comey and the other controversial interviews.
So Jim Jordan is going to explain why he likes the testimony that they heard indoors. But Kevin Yeagle, thank you so much. Peter Cressito, thank you so much. Peter, thank you so much. Peter Cressito, thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you to everybody in the super chat today. You've just been unbelievable. Thank you, Peter, so much. And Kevin, thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, Peter Cressito. Thank you so much. Blue Damsel. Yes, that wasn't mayonnaise in the FBI lunchroom, was it? I don't know, but I'm not putting it on my hot dog. or fish sandwich. That Blue Damsel is awesome. Yes. Who's doing this on YouTube? Only us. So Peter, thank you so very much. Blue Damsel, you are awesome. Peter, thank you. Frank, what's up, HA? Do you consider yourself a nationalist, America first, or a globalist, one world government? So I consider myself, this is the thing with labels, and I'm going to get to Jim Jordan in a second. That's a great question, Frank. That's a great question. I think by virtue of being a citizen of any country, you're a nationalist. But I think also being a nationalist, you would want to have good relations with other countries, which some people could possibly construe as a globalist. But I don't want other countries, their interests to be considered over the interests of our country. So would that make me a nationalist? No, I don't know if either term is applicable to me or to anyone. I definitely know one world government, that whole thing I don't want. That's why would anybody want to? We can't even get along with, sometimes family members. Why would you want one world government? So would be a nationalist, but also I want dreamers to be given citizenship. So I have friends who are dreamers, and I've known undocumented immigrants. They're wonderful people. The people that I've known, obviously, that there is crime at the border, and a lot of crazy things do happen. But I don't know if I could. Definitely, I'm just an American citizen, and I try to lean towards logic, reason, compassion, understanding, but also, national security is important. So I don't think so. Frank, that's a great question, by the way. I don't think that, definitely not globalist, but I don't know if you would, the typical, or what people might think of a nationalist, I don't know, but I do want America's interests first. So thank you, Frank. Rolling Stoner, thank you. Love you, HA. Give us a poo-poo out. Indictments are imminent. Lock them up. So Peter, thank you so much again. Frank, thank you so much again. Peter, thank you. Frank, thank you. Rolling Stoner, I'm definitely going to, in the end, I'll give everyone poo-poo out. John Brennan, don't even dare think that I would try Hillary's poo-poo. Geisha Scratches, thank you. George Soros for president of World Government 2024. Thank you. Yes. I'm joking. That's good. So George, so I have an amazing. So thank you, Geisha Scratches. Thank you. World Government. George Soros, president of World Government. Thank you. So Peter, thank you again. Let's just go ahead and hear Jim Jordan on why it's good that it was a closed door setting.
Why not this? Yeah, transparency is important. We're certainly not getting enough of it from the Department of Justice. But I do agree with having Peter Strzok first in a closed session where we can ask him all kinds of questions, and we have longer than 5 minutes, and you can get the answers that we need, so that if and when there's going to be an open hearing, we will know that information. Like Peter Strzok opens the Russian investigation on July 31st. It's been reported the next day he goes to London. What was he doing in London? Who did he talk to? Did he talk to Christopher Steele, the guy who wrote the dossier? I mean, there's a host of questions that we need to get through.
What was he doing in London? And the interesting thing is, you then get Brennan. Get Brennan under oath. He's already lied under oath, so you know he's a liar. He's already lied under oath, so you know he's a liar. But get Brennan under oath. Why not? That's the thing. You ask Strock. So thank you, everyone in the live chat, a super chat. You've been absolutely fantastic today. Thank you. You definitely give me every incentive to continue this live stream. Even though a lot of people want me to upload But like I said, in the beginning of these live streams, I get to pretty much everything within the first half hour, 40 minutes. But London is interesting. You know, the whole point with, you know, British spies refers to spot links and ties and contacts and inappropriate, you know, behavior. Well, where's the actual evidence? There's something called evidence. Where's the actual evidence? The UK and the CIA under Brennan and the NSA, not under General Nakasone, the new chief, prior chief, and the FBI under Comey, all interfered in the election more so than $46,000 of Facebook ads, which, by the way, are completely ridiculous. Nobody has explained the Democratic Party how. Nobody has explained how these leaks, how $46,000 worth of Facebook ads influenced the election or anyone's vote. But so the issue is Peter Strzok. Why did Peter Strzok go ahead and why did he fly to London? GCHQ, Steele dossier, MI6, Christopher Steele. Why did he fly to London? Why did McCabe fly to London? Why did Brennan fly to London? And if you just ask Christopher Steele different questions, then ask McCabe the same questions, it's like, well, there you go. So Gaius Gracchus, the Brits lied about the Skirble poisoning. They cannot be trusted. Well, yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. The British intelligence and the intelligence community within the United States of America, they have the Five Eyes Agreement. So they share intelligence, and they seltzer junkies. Thank you, seltzer junkies. Thank you so much. Thank you, seltzer junkies. Thank you. Take us. So thank you, seltzer junkies. You know, the thing with the British intelligence is this. We spend $35 billion on our intelligence, and we still lack intelligence. we spent $35 billion. $35 billion. Say that slowly. 10 billion NSA, 10 billion FBI, 15 billion. 15 billion for the CIA. What's MI6 budget in pounds? Budget. Okay, so 2.6 billion pounds, which is about $3.5 billion. So we spend a lot more on intelligence than they do, and we have to use their intelligence. See how stupid we are? Waka waka. The jokes are just coming in left and right. MI6's budget is 3.5 billion, 2.6 billion pounds, so 3.5 billion. What's GCHQ's budget? GCHQ. What? That makes no sense. So 1.59 billion. I mean, in pounds. So what? Maybe close to 3 billion. No, yeah, close to 3 billion. Yeah. So you're talking around $7 billion for their two main security agencies. And we rockin' William Tomlin. Thank you. H.A. Goodman, the best comment section on YouTube t-shirt. Thank you. Or $35 billion. Keep it up. $35 billion. Exactly. We spent $35 billion. Do you want to know how much the British spend on intelligence? Maybe because they're naturally more intelligent than we are. I don't know. I'm not dissing myself. Maybe I am dissing myself. Not dissing my people. I'm dissing myself. Maybe they're more intelligent than me, which they are, I'm sure. But they spend $7 billion on intelligence. We spent $35 billion, and we're going to them. Or whatever, if you want to go apples to apples, so CIA and FBI. But GCHQ is their NSA. Confused now. GCHQ would be their NSA. GCHQ, or is it their CIA? No, it's like, what's the difference between GCHQ and MI5? MI5 is the British Security Service, while MI6 is the British Foreign Intelligence. MI6 is the CIA. MI5 is the FBI. And the NSA would be GCHQ. All right. So on the NSA we spend $10 billion, and for their NSA they spend $3 billion. And then we go to them for intelligence. We go to them for intelligence. We go to them. We outspend them 3 to 1, over 3 to 1. $10 billion to $3 billion. We're asking them to help us with the Russian hacking nonsense. Okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's continue with Jim Jordan.
And so I'm fine with it first starting behind closed doors, and then if it needs to be public, we can do that too. But Congressman, why can't I hear that answer to that question? You can, and I think you will at some point. But look, this is the first time we've been able to talk to Strock. We actually wanted to do this months ago. Mr. Meadows and I have been pushing to have Lisa Page and Peter Strzok for a deposition months ago, but we're just now getting there. So but let's do the deposition, and then if we need to, let's have a hearing publicly so the American people can get all the information. What makes you think he'll agree to that once you get a hold of him behind closed doors?
Subpoenas.
Well, you got the subpoena power, Brian. The chairman of the committee can subpoena him, and he has to come. Now, he can always take the fifth. Who knows if he'll do that? But you have the subpoena power, which is an important power and could be used if we need to. All right, next topic. You, others, Devin Nunes in particular, have requested documents from the DOJ and FBI, and you gave them to deadline after deadline. They gave you some documents. You say it's not enough. What are you looking for? Well, we've got 2 subpoenas that have been sent to them. They have.
All right, so you go ahead and the subpoenas now are just that's the next step. You start, I mean, and it's also the subpoena regarding you take it to Brennan, you take it to Comey. Well, they already want to subpoena Comey and Lynch. Strock doesn't talk, he only texts. That's probably true. He was like texting them. What, Jim Jordan? Okay, Mark Meadows, 1 second. Unhappy face emojis. Subpoenas. Okay, so let's go ahead. Judicial Watch. All right, so Justice Anthony Kennedy, to my dear president, So that's a nice, respectful in a sea of just hate. This letter is a respectful and formal notification of my decision, effective July 31st of this year, to end my regular active status as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, while continuing to serve as in a senior status, as provided by 28 U.S.C. 371B. For a member of the legal profession, it is the highest honor to serve on this court. Please permit me by this letter to express my profound gratitude for having had the privilege to seek In each case, how best to know, interpret, and defend the Constitution and the laws that must always govern to its mandates and promises. Do you think that Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and Bruce and Nellie Orr and Agent 1 and Agent 5, Sally Moyer and her husband, and all of these people, McCabe, they hated Trump, they wrote about it, and the actions correlate directly. The actions are nonsensical. Deleting 5 references to gross negligence when they know very well she did all her criminal behavior on purpose. What is your opinion on the trending YouTube video view Q, the plan to save the world? If you didn't watch it, everyone should. With respectfully, so Frank, thank you so much. Thanks, Frank, for always supporting this channel. Respectfully, I'm not into Q just because I don't know where this information is coming from. But I'm not dissing anyone. So I don't want to have anyone, diss each other regarding, pro Q or anti Q people. But I'm not really into Q, Frank, because I just don't know who Q is. If someone is telling me, for example, if I don't know, let's say there are anonymous sources, then there are anonymous sources. I just don't know where Q, where he's getting his or her information from, where they're getting their information from. And then when everyone the thing trust the plan, that's scary to me because it's trust the plan, get into the Google car, or trust the plan, get into come in, trust the plan, come into this room, trust the plan. That's scary. But no offense to anyone at all. If you're into it, fine. I'm just not into it. All right. So, but thank you, Frank. Thank you for asking. So let's go ahead really quickly. Oh, this is funny. Okay. Click on the last so it's all hating the fan, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is wood chipper nationalism. Thank you. People think that Sam Hyde was just born with perfect marksmanship, but no, it looks lots and lots. It took lots and lots of practice. He had to go to schools to learn. Thank you, wood chipper nationalism. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you, wood chipper nationalism. Thank you. Mark, watch it. The video is more than Q. It's about what's going on. I'll take a look. But thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your support for this channel. Wood chipper, thank you for supporting this channel. Don't know who Sam Hyde is, but I'm sure he's a great marksman. Thank you, wood chipper. All right, so let's just really quickly, because we're approaching 2 hours, and I just want to, for this early afternoon / afternoon, let's go ahead. So Mark Meadows is the man. That's another thing too. There are people who are making names for themselves that My constituents want to know what exactly does Strzok lead Clinton and Trump. What exactly does Strock, lead Clinton and Trump campaign investigator, mean when he said we'll stop Trump from becoming president? Peter Strzok has a lot to answer for. And then Peter Strzok, oh, look at that. There's Mr. Strocky Poo.
FBI agent. He is now arriving on Capitol Hill. And I say anti-Trump agent because, of course, all of those thousands of text messages have now been revealed about his anti-Trump sentiment while working at the FBI. But that was Peter Strzok. He has arrived. He will be sitting down behind closed doors with members of Congress shortly to answer some questions there. He has agreed to do so voluntarily.
Yes, Justice Kennedy. Or no, that's Congressman Kennedy. Wang Doodle. That is the Mr. Wang Doodle. Thank you. I appreciate that. Victor E, thank you. I appreciate that.
The anti-Trump FBI agent, he is now arriving on Capitol Hill. And I say anti-Trump agent because, of course, all of those thousands of text messages have now been.
All right. So Strock is there. Strock is already there. And the thing is, you know, his testimony is going to lead to other testimonies. This is just the second inning of a ball game, of a 9-inning ball game. And it's just, it's the beginning of a long process that's already, I mean, James Comey is being investigated for his classified memos, for leaking classified information. We're finding out a lot about Loretta Lynch. Apparently, there's a scandal that's so top secret that the IG couldn't even see. Peter Strzok has been outed with his "Will Stop Trump" text messages, and also with not just "Will Stop Trump," but insurance policy. We can't take the risk. Lisa Page, we all know she hates Trump. She was also part of the Clinton email investigation. Kevin Kleinsmith, he's dating an FBI employee. Then you have Sally Moyer, or is he dating? Gosh, I'm so confused. Sally Moyer is married to Agent 1. So Agent 1, and so Sally Moyer has anti-Trump text messages. Kevin Kleinsmith, the FBI agent, said, oh, long live the resistance. And then you have Agent 1, who, with Peter Strzok, interviewed Hillary Clinton. Then you have all of them being accused of altering 302s. Then you have people like Peter Strzok flying to London. Then you have James Comey fearing patriots within the New York field office, that they would leak the fact that 18 classified emails. And there's a lot of talk about Mark Felt, which was Deep Throat in the Watergate years. Could it be Bill Priestap or anyone else? I mean, who knows? There is information. So Moyer and Kleinsmith, I don't think, are married. So I found that out yesterday. So Silent Warrior, I found that out yesterday. It's Moyer and Agent 5. Sorry, Agent 5 was Moyer, and Agent 1 she's married to. She's married to Agent 1, I believe. That's what we talked about last night. But Kleinsmith, so hold on. Who was Kleinsmith dating? His FBI dating service. So who was Kevin Kleinsmith dating? So hold on. FBI Kevin Kleinsmith. So 5 things you need to know. That's the best picture. It's him in front of a giant bear. Don't you love it? All right. So Kevin Kleinsmith, Washington, D.C. area, accused by congressman of being the FBI lawyer described, long live the resistance. All right. So I talked about yesterday, James Comey, or the other day, James Comey, we found out, tried to stop an immunity deal with Julian Assange. And I wrote in my article, free Julian Assange. Well, this is good. Because there's an issue now. WikiLeaks. We can confirm the accuracy of the Hill report on Comey. U.S. Democrats demand Ecuador violates international law to rescind Julian Assange's asylum. Wow. Another reason to oppose the Democratic Party. Unbelievable. Wow. 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 So Democrats are demanding that Ecuador Democrats in the U.S. Senate when it press Ecuador government over asylum. My God. Democrats in the U.S. Senate on Wednesday urged Vice President Mike Pence to press Ecuador's government over asylum. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and 9 other Democrats said in a letter to Pence that they were extremely concerned over Ecuador's protection of Assange and its embassy. What's it to Schumer? What's it to Schumer? Someone wrote another reason to vote to unbelievable. So Senate Democrats, because information was published showing that they cheated Bernie Sanders, are taking this out on WikiLeaks. Just what more needs to be said? What more needs to be said? Senate Democrats are now trying to hurt Julian Assange. That's the, I mean, are they talking about immigration? No. Ladies and gentlemen, also, WikiLeaks did not dox ICE agents. That was a New York professor. What WikiLeaks did was the public information, like the LinkedIn or the website, the ICE website information. That's it. It was just, it was already public. My God, Pence was beginning his stop in Ecuador on Wednesday as part of a 3-nation tour. It's imperative that you raise U.S. concerns with President Moreno, said the letter. The WikiLeaks continues its effort to undermine democratic processes globally. What a bunch of butt hurt. Just how can you, as a political party, it doesn't, if exposing the fact that Bernie Sanders was cheated means undermining democratic processes globally, then you should undermine democratic processes by exposing criminal behavior. You're engaged in crimes, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, and especially Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and also Donna Brazile. You were engaged in crimes, and everyone knows it. You're not hiding from anyone. There is nobody who doesn't know what's going on. You're trying to hide in plain sight. Cooper sees truth. The Sam Hyde thing is inside joke about people calling news stations and reporting Sam Hyde cartoonist is the perpetrator in any shooting terror attack. Okay, thank you, Cooper sees truth. Thank you, Cooper sees truth. So I didn't know. But now, so thank you, Cooper sees truth. Thank you very, very much for letting me know. And I appreciate that. Thank you again, Cooper sees truth. Thank you. So now I know. I appreciate that. So you have a situation here where it's imperative that you raise concerns with President Marino. Democrats want to actively hurt Julian Assange. And that's another reason to vote Trump. That's another reason to vote Trump. They want to actively hurt Julian Assange. Why? Because he had the audacity to publish the corruption within the Democratic Party. So Ecuador granted Assange asylum in 2012. Sweden dropped the case. The senators say that Assange used WikiLeaks to release hacked information. It was never hacked. They've yet to prove it was hacked. The DNC never gave its service to the FBI. They cheated Bernie Sanders. There's a DNC lawsuit for $200 million. They're lying through the teeth like they usually do. They have no evidence of Russia interfering in the election in any way, shape, or form. They can't even prove that the $46,000 in Facebook ads influenced one vote, especially if these ads were, Jesus versus Satan in arm wrestling. Who's going to look at that and say, oh my God, I want Trump now? Unbelievable. And God bless you, Dwayne. God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and we'll be back a little later today. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you for just going ahead and supporting this channel. And I want to thank you so much. We did close to 2 good hours. Peter Strzok testified. You are being vindicated. I'm being vindicated. The live chat, the chat. Thank you, Cole Wilson. Thank you, Cole, for always watching and supporting this channel. Thank you, Cole Wilson. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I just really want to, thank everybody. Tolerus. Pamela, thank you. Riz Yurzik, I'm poo-pooed out. I'm poo-pooed out also. I am so poo-pooed out. I need to rest. I need to relax. I need to call Sally. Sally, how are you? I miss you. Thank you so much. I will go ahead and we will do this again very soon, a little later on. You have a great day. Peter Strzok just spilled the beans on everyone else because they tied every question to Brennan, to Comey, to McCabe, to even to Page. He probably turned on Page. He probably turned on everybody. Kleinsmith, Moyer, all of it. The cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows now. Hit subscribe if you're new to this channel. Share this segment everywhere. It's on, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. It is happening. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. To the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for just your support and your constant support of me and my voice. And as my voice grows, I hope everyone's voice here grows. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe, share this segment. I'll see you soon.